I actually posted my video and then fell asleep fully. But people are saying I said a whole lot of nothing. I'm like a crazy, like how I tell stories is really crazy, but I decided I'm just gonna do 3 parts for brevity's sake, and I'll just break it down into like the category. I think it was first category was the pay. So I had never had a job in marketing, and it was kind of like a crazy transition when I became his social media manager. So originally they hired me to be half administrative assistant, half social media person, and I was getting paid $25 an hour as a full-time employee. But then within like the first 1 to 2 months working there, obviously the TikToks were popping the fuck off, and we kind of just decided I'm only gonna be doing social media. But obviously taking videos of someone does not take a lot of time. So I would be there, like committed to be there Monday through Friday, but my hours were like pretty much part-time. Like I would work a couple hours and then leave. So making $25 an hour, like in a year, I made 40K, like before taxes. And it just like was not enough to survive. And people would literally be commenting like, you need a raise, you need a raise, you need a raise. And you'd be like, Kiki.
That's crazy that she could have made more money off of the social media, off of what she was creating, than what he was paying her. Damn.
Like in the comments. Meanwhile, I'm like, nah, bro, like I need a raise. Like, even his case will be like, give her a raise, whatever. So at one point, I'm like, I go to the office manager, Rosie, who's like his sister-in-law and also like, you know, part of the business. She runs everything. And I'm like, I love you guys, but like I cannot, this is like early in the beginning. I cannot work here because mama, I need to pay rent. Also, I had so much shit going on in my personal life that like my main goal was like, I need to move out and like make my circumstances like better. And she was like, we can't give you a raise, like, sorry. And it was so crazy because I had taken their account from like 1.1 million followers and 5% engagement to like 3.2 million followers and 25% engagement in like 1 year. Like
that's insane.
Like literally unheard of. And so like unheard of past 2020. Like 2020, that was like kind of an easy thing to do with an account. Not just that, I did insanely good PR for him. Like before I got his account, motherfuckers did not like him. Like if you looked his name up on Twitter, it was actually jump scare. So she rejected my raise ask, which becomes a theme. Like every time I ask for a raise, they always tell me no. And it's almost like demoralizing because I'm like, bro, I cannot be doing a better job at this job than anyone is in the fucking industry. And like the comment section is telling you that I need to get paid a decent living. Like, why can't I just get paid like a normal person? So then I'm like, okay, wait. So I asked her, I'm like, okay, instead of a raise, can I just come in, instead of coming in 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, can I come in 3 days a week? And I'll do the exact same amount of videos in that time. At the time, I was doing 2 videos a day, 60 videos a month. Even on the days I wasn't working, I was posting, I was commenting, I was doing everything, whatever. And she's like, okay. And like, basically, I'm like, the exact same amount of money I get paid in my like part-time rate, basically, can we just make it a fixed rate each month? And I'll make 60 videos a month. And I come in 3 days a week instead of 5 days a week. And she's like, yeah, okay, we'll consider that a raise. I'm like, well, it's not really a raise because you're getting the exact same output for your input, but like, that's fine. Like, I was like, at least if I work here only 3 days a week, I can get another job and make a living, guys. Welcome to America. But then like the double-edged sword of that is like, okay, now I have more time to get another client and maybe get paid better by that person. But now that I'm like part-time or whatever it is, I don't qualify for like full-time benefits like healthcare and 401k and things like that like are kind of fucking important.
Yeah, because she's part-time or the beach.
So literally for a year and a half.
Not her, the doctor, the company.
I'm working at a doctor's office and I don't even have healthcare, which is crazy. And like, I think the part that kills me the most is like, kind of like what I said, like all this is happening. I feel super undervalued, which I mean happens at every fucking job. Like it's happened before. So honestly, this is the part, like money part, but it's not even the more important part to me. But this is happening. And then everyone on the internet thinks that like, he's the fucking gold. The office is the gold, that they're so nice. Oh my God, another thing was like, when they gave me that raise, which basically was just like, wait, come in less days, do the exact same amount of work. They were like, literally do not tell anyone, by the way, that we gave you a raise because you get paid more than some of the people who've worked here for 10 years. And I was literally fucking flabbergasted. And
that's insane. She's making more than what people are making. That they were there already for 10 years? Yeah.
And when they transitioned me to like that 3-day-a-week thing, kind of like constantly, I would be asked to do like more. But by the time, like, they'd be like, oh, like, you're here, you should do Snapchat. You're here, we should do YouTube. You're here, we should do like this, that, the next. Like, wait, why don't you find us a brand manager so we can make money? And if we get a brand deal, you can get a percentage, which he did get brand deals. I got no percentage, even though I literally recorded, posted all the videos. That's fine. I didn't think I needed that, whatever. They were charging other doctors who would like come to the office and like basically learn how to do TikTok from me. Wow. They would charge them like 5 to 15K for one day. I would not make any part of that. I would still be getting paid my normal rate. So it wasn't just like, I didn't really care about no, I did care about the money. Like after a while, it became kind of like disrespectful. It was like, what the fuck? And what makes it more disrespectful is like that man cares so much about money, because I'll get into the next part. When they were not making like money, which I'll explain why, he would have the craziest crash outs. So it's like, for someone who is so obsessed with money and the concept of having to pay for things, why can't you understand that other people have to make a living too? Like literally crazy. And when I left, I remember they posted like a listing, like hiring $25 an hour, and everyone's like, that's how much she was getting paid. But it's like, it's not even that bad, guys, because $25 at a full-time rate is not bad. But I was like part-time, like, okay, for the accountability part, So Rosie's practice manager was like also became like my really good friend. So like we would do a lot of things together. Like we did CrossFit for like a full year together. We get our hair done together, whatever. And there was like a lot of things that like she would buy for me, like pay for me for, like my gym membership. Like one time a spa thing, like a Harry Styles bag. Obviously, like I went on vacations with them, but like it was also partially for work because I was partially hanging out with Rosie, partially making TikTok videos, and like that happened. But like I feel like in hindsight, and even sometimes during that time, I would think like she's kind of only doing this so that I don't like really ask for a raise, so she could just be like, well, like I pay for your gym membership. Like she wouldn't say that, but it was more like it was almost like accepting a bribe, kind of. I was like, okay, like no, I know I can't give you a raise, but like I'll buy your lunch today, kind of thing. And like in hindsight, I wish I just like put my foot down more.
Lunch doesn't pay the bills, bro. What the hell?
But because she was kind of like the boss, like that's who I would have to ask for a raise, and she was like my friend. It felt like it was so much harder to do, and it was like kind of a weird power dynamic. Another thing I remember that like blew my mind was like one time they told me like, because they worked with these other doctors to promote them, and they were like, wait, what if like you need to make money, right? What if we like ask the other doctors if they want your TikTok ideas, and then like they'll pay us and we'll give you a percentage. And I'm like, why would you get the percentage if it's my idea? I was so confused. But again, nothing crazy there because hello, welcome to every business and every millionaire in America ever.
Yeah, dude. How many parts is there?
Wait, brief interlude because I'm actually like shaking with anxiety. I hate drama. Like, I don't like people talking about me. Like, I really don't. And actually, that's why I didn't post this shit for 2 years. Like, you cannot control what people are gonna say about you. You cannot control anything. But like, I just know, no, that I just need to move on with my life and put this out there. But it's giving me a lot of anxiety. And I think it's giving me a lot of anxiety because the internet is like so uncontrollable. And like, I know that you guys are gonna hear this and like want to like defend me and stuff like that. But like, I don't need to be defended. It's 2 years time. I'm happy. I am like doing great in my professional life. I bought an apartment. Like, I'm literally chilling. Like, things are better in my personal life. Like, I don't need you guys to defend me. I don't need you to go to his comment section. I don't need any of that. Like, literally, like none of it. And I think it would make me feel a lot better about posting the story if I knew that like you guys were gonna be like cool, calm, and collected. Like when I tell my friends the story, like oh now I'm pissed. Like they're pissed, but like they're not egging his office. You know what I mean? Like they're just like, oh, now I'm pissed. I'm gonna keep that in mind and like keep it classy and keep it moving. So like if we could have that energy, that would be amazing and would make me feel a lot better. Cause right.
Do you guys know if Dr. Miami responded to these allegations?
Personality. I started off with the pay because it's like the most. Like, there's so many other parts that I probably forgot about because you guys wanted me to be succinct. But that's probably the least emotional part of it because it's just like pay is pay. Like, that's math. Like, the value I'm giving you is not the value I was getting, and that is simple. But the personality aspect is hard because not only do we have his personality, which is, like, erratic, insane. Like, he's the kind of person that, like, he has no concept of, like, good or bad. It's just, like, everything to him is good. Like, he believes, like, all press is good press. Like, doesn't matter what you're saying about him. As long as he's getting attention, he loves it. Like, his number one objective in life is money. Like, that's all he gives a fuck about. So, like, if the attention could lead...
I wonder why. I wonder why he cares so much about money.
To money, that's all he fucking cares about. But we're not just dealing with his personality. There's the practice manager who's Rosie and like my good friend at the time. And at the time, I was like too close to the situation to recognize that like, though she was my friend, she was my boss at the end of the day, and the person whose side she was always gonna take was his. And so even when he was being himself, which was actually fucking insane, she was kind of just like the person who would like do the cleanup job, right? Like the emotional cleanup job. And I felt like really connected to her, which is why for a long time, like I didn't leave. Why also when I left, I didn't want to say anything bad about him because I didn't want to hurt the other people that are close to him, like Rosie, his kids, like his wife, like people that like just don't deserve to catch a stray on his behalf. But so you get an understanding of his personality and like how just like, he just like doesn't, he has like no social cues. And it's not about his intent, it's about his impact. When I first started working there, he looked at me and was like, you need arm lipo. Like, no one asked. Like, you need 22-year-old girl. Like, you have fat arms. You need arm lipo.
That's crazy.
And I was like, I thought it was a joke at the time. Like, I was like, yeah. But he would bring it up so consistently that it became like a complex of mine. And I started to go to CrossFit with Rosie for 1 full year to spot train my arms. And every month we would go into his office and Rosie with a tape measure would measure my arms. And he would literally laugh and be like, you're not down. Just get the arm lipo. Just get the arm lipo. Just get the arm lipo. And eventually I did. And like my arms look great. But like, is that an appropriate thing to say to your employee? Like, what the fuck?
It's not.
But,
That's what I was saying, bro. Imagine like someone just coming up to you, oh, you need surgery. It is kind of fucked up. Not kinda. It is fucked up.
to him, it's not inappropriate or anything. It's just like, yeah, like your arms are fat, you need arm lipo. So that you understand how other people like.
I'm gonna wear long sleeves around him. Shit, I'm gonna wear a fucking faja around him, dude. Imagine. No, mames.
Enabled his behavior. So 4 or 5 days after I get arm lipo, I'm in so much pain. My arms are burning because like all this fluid would build up. And they get asked to go to Louisiana to collab with this doctor. And the doctor is paying them $30K for the day. And they tell me, you have to go. Obviously, because it's TikTok related, like you have to be there. And I'm like, well, I am in so much pain. I don't want to go. And they're like, well, you have to go. Mind you, when I would go on these trips with them, like for business or for vacation, whatever it was, I was not getting paid overtime or extra work. It was literally like that same rate that I had negotiated at the very beginning. I was not getting paid a percentage, like nothing. And the day that we're going to Louisiana, my arms are filled with fluid. I had actually gone to like their hospital thing at midnight to try to get them drained and I couldn't. And I'm in the airport, I'm telling him my arms are in so much pain, I need to drain them. And he's like, stop being a fucking baby, like you're being a baby. And this is not just my employer at this point, right? This is my doctor who owes me a degree of medical care. And I have to continue to like say, like, I'm being serious. And he's like, when we get there, we'll drain your arms, whatever. So obviously we get there and we don't drain my arms because obviously we get there and Rosie's like, oh, we'll go follow him, like let's do videos, like whatever. So I work a full day, my arms are in so much pain. I'm using my arms obviously with the phone and I just have to like be like happy in front of these like other doctors and just act like whatever. So the full day comes to an end. I'm just so like angry and upset because like at this point it's like, okay, it's not even about the money or anything like that, but like you don't see me as a human being capable of experiencing physical pain. And that is a crazy thing, not just as my employer, but as my doctor. So I'm sitting there and I think I'm like tearing up and Rosie is like, oh, like maybe we can see if you can get your arms drained now. And it's not even him who does it. It's the Louisiana female doctor from that practice ends up draining my arms and she does it with a needle and she's like, wow, that's a lot of fluid. I've never seen this much fluid in an arm lipo patient. Like you must have been in so much pain. And I'm like, yes, I was. So we leave, we go back to Miami the next day. And the next day I'm thinking, okay, like I obviously worked extra time. Like I'm gonna go home because I'm not getting paid extra, whatever. And they're like, let's go to the office, let's film a podcast, let's do the TikTok. So we go to the office, I work another full day. I'm working for 48 hours straight, by the way. And I finally go home after like this whole ordeal for the weekend. And I say to my friends, I am quitting on Monday. This is literally in November. Like I quit in March, by the way. But this is in November. I'm like, I'm quitting on Monday. I get to work on Monday, fully prepared to quit. And Rosie comes, this is what I mean. Like she was like the emotional cleanup job. She comes into the room and she's like, San Rizzo, like, I just want to say like, we're sorry. And like, thank you so much for coming with us to Louisiana. Like, I know you didn't have to, which like low-key, they made it seem like I had to. She's like, I bought you and Megan, the other social media girl who went, AirPod Maxes. And so like, I take the AirPod Max.
Whoa, whoop-de-doo.
And I don't quit. And like, obviously accountability time, like I probably still should have fucking quit, but it's just.
Yeah, you should have quit. You should have quit, dude. She'd be in the office on weekends. She's doing podcasts with him. And I remember they'd be on TikTok live. Wow.
And like I'm good friends with her at this point, and like I'm telling her about my life as much as I can, but like there's also parts of me that I'm like hiding from everyone. So like I just feel like I'm faking at home, I'm faking with my family, I'm faking at work, and I'm just like, bro, like it's just like the easy thing for me to do is just like take the AirPod Maxes and just move on with my day. And like, okay, I'm gonna quit soon. Just like I can't handle this right now. This is another story which is like an aside, but I have to say it because this was actually so hurtful to me. So I had applied for Survivor and I went through the entire casting process. I was a finalist. So I obviously did not make it on the show, but I had to tell my employers because I was gonna be gone for 3 months. This is like my dream come true. And when I had to tell them, I'm the kind of person, I hate telling people things until it happens. Like I don't want anyone to jinx it.
Facts,
and I don't want
too.
negative opinions. So I had to tell them, I didn't want to tell them. And I impressed on them like, please, this is very important to me personally. I don't want you to say anything to anyone. I have to tell you because you're my employer and I might be gone. And they're like, okay. The next day, or maybe that same afternoon, I walk into the OR and he has told the entire OR staff who I think, I'm pretty sure, they did not really fuck with me. Like they thought I was kind of, like annoying because they're really serious people. And like I would be in there like asking them to do TikToks and stay later than like they usually do. And they would have to because he would force them to. But like they just thought I was like I had a silly job, whatever. So when I went in there, they were like all making fun of the Survivor thing. And I was just like, I literally felt like a kid getting bullied at like a lunchroom table. I'm like, bro, like I tell you, it's just my dream. Like please don't say anything. And you just don't like have enough like ability to understand other people that you just go shit on, like literally shit on that and laugh on it. Like I went to my office and I sobbed, like literally sobbed. And of course, Rosie has to come and do the cleanup job. And mind you, I think that obviously he does not give a fuck about anybody's feelings because he just like literally can't read social cues. But I think he felt like extra comfortable because I was around them so much. Like because of my friendship with Rosie, like I would be at their family dinners, I would go to family vacations, which were also like partially work. I would like their sons would come to the office and hang around their sons. So, like I was very like around their family, like probably more than any other employee has ever been, which is why like people might not have the same experience as me. Because no one knew them that well, you know what I mean? And it was just constantly like me being like, bro, like actually that's fucking crazy of you to do. And him be like, and Rosie be like, doctor, like say sorry. And he'd be like, yeah, I guess I'm sorry. Like he just doesn't like, it's just like a hard person to work for. So it's like the pay is not there. And then on top of that, like, I just feel like you're a shitty ass person. And this story that I'm gonna tell, I'm sorry I have to make this part into 2 parts. This story I'm gonna tell actually puts everything together for you to understand like the kind of person he is and how I felt in that moment and like how this story is actually fucking crazy. Like this is crazy. Okay, part 2.
Damn, how many fucking parts, bro? This is good as fucking cheeseman, man. There's 5 parts.
Before I can get into like the next part, which is supposed to be a continuation of the other one, I have to talk about my faults in all of this, because obviously I'm giving you like a highlight reel of all the bad things that happened. And so like I kind of have to give you a highlight reel of all the ways I was wrong, because 2 years can't pass without someone reflecting deeply on a whole situation and not come to some sort of conclusion that you are complicit and part of your fucking destiny. I feel like George Washington, when he was like, I'm nevertheless too sensible of my defects not to think it probable that I may have committed many errors. Like, number one, I fucked up. Like, I should never have had a personal relationship with their family. But to be fair with you, like, it's hard. Like, I went from having jobs with like people that were my age and that I like I'm still friends with to this day, like best friends with, that like for me work was like synonymous with like fun, kind of. Like, I never not like loved my coworkers and had a informal relationship with them. And so like with Rosie, she didn't really seem like my boss. She kind of felt like my friend. I wouldn't say the same about the doctor. Like, he was more like Rosie's family member, so I felt like I could talk to him however, but like I didn't really have like obviously a friendship with him, like no way. But with Rosie, it was more like I just felt like, yeah, you're my friend, why not? And like we confided so much in each other. And I know everyone's like watching this back and being like, girl, like work is not play, like play is not work. But like when you're 23 and that's like all you've known, that's like how you think. And I don't necessarily believe that work can't be personal, even to this day. But it definitely was like error number fucking one. And I think what made it so bad was that the personal relationship that I had with Rosie, who was my boss, made it hard for me to like really speak my truth. And that's the problem with like taking work home.
Yeah, because I was like her good friend, right, Rosie? And Rosie was related to the doctor. Yeah, bro. Like Woohoo said, don't become friends with your coworkers, man. But guess what, Jap? I literally married my coworker, dude. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Like being too personal is that like when it's just a corporate thing, you can tell someone go to hell. Like, you could be very strict with your standards and your boundaries, and you can talk about money, you can talk about like deliverables and all these things because it's just work. But for me, it wasn't that. And so it was hard for me to really be honest about how I felt, because I didn't want to feel like I just didn't want to feel like I was offending anyone or making anyone feel like they're making me uncomfortable. It's just like really, really weird. And that is my fault. Like, I played a part in that. Another thing is I had a boss, her name was Yami. Bro, she told me something that I will forever remember in my life. She said, you are not a tree. She was like, you are not a tree. You are not stuck anywhere. Like, you can get up and you can move. And if you don't like something, you should go. And I'm not a tree. And I was never a tree. And there are so many times that I could have just gotten up and left. And I truly, because I've done it before, I truly believe that had I not had all this other shit going on, I would have. Like, I think it would have happened sooner. But I was just so like mentally, and I'm not emotional.
Hold on. Now Sandra trying to comfort Tiffany's name. We have unemployed Tiff. Now we have an unemployed Sandra. Hello.
The job, like, I'm emotional because of like I remember how I felt at that time, but like about my personal life, I truly feel like had I not been in such a like bad place, I could focus on something else, and I couldn't at the time. And lastly, like, I am not too stupid to know that in telling you guys like this is not the kind of person that I fuck with, I am admitting that I helped platform someone who I don't think that people would fuck with, you know? So like that is also wrongdoing on my part. And there's like no excuse for that. I could just only tell you how I felt in the moment, which is like I had no support system. I had transitioned into this new career. I had nothing to rely on. I had no like support. And for me, it was just like, this is a job. I sometimes might not agree with it, but I need this like day to day. And I think that is like the thing that most people can relate to, because it's like that is the circumstance for most fucking people in America. It's like you are so inundated with.
Yeah, you know how many times I wanted to quit my shitty ass job, but I couldn't, bro, because I literally had bills to pay. I had a mortgage to pay. Like, it's easy to say, like, just fucking quit. But, like, obviously, if they're doing something horrible to you, then yeah. Like, but at the same time, it's like, bro, I fucking can't. I fucking can't. I got fucking bills, man. I got bills.
Like, the troubles of day to day that you can't see the bigger picture. And it's like a privilege to be able to, like, take a moral stance sometimes. And doing the right thing sometimes is a privilege. Regardless, it could have been done. I could have done it and I didn't do it. And so with all that said, that is why I left. Could have left sooner. This is my part. I am, you know, if I got to give you his side, I got to give you my side. And yeah, I'm going to post the next part. Okay, part.
Dang, girl, how many parts? All right, we're almost there.
Okay, this is part,
Wait, is the last part? The last part is politics. Oh.
Okay, this is the real part for why I left Dr. Miami. I labeled the previous one part 4 is really part 3, but this is like the continuation to like his personality. And it's just this one specific story that blew my mind. And I think when this happened, I could not move past this. This was like my breaking point, I think, where I was like, the end is near. So I actually spoke before when I said all he cares about is money. He actually only cares about his family. And he has a humongous family and he provides for all of them. So he needs money to provide for them. So his bottom line is money because he needs to finance the whole family, which is commendable, honestly. Regardless, they would go on religious holidays for like 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time. And during that time, the practice would be shut down and they wouldn't be making money because he wasn't doing surgery. And this is not speculation, this is something Rosie told me. When he would come back from these long periods of times, he would be on everyone's ass like Donkey Kong, but like on a different level. And she would be like, it stresses him out that he's not making money during that time. So when he gets back, he's psycho. And so that happened one time. And when he came back, he was like, social media is stupid. I don't know what the fuck your job is. You're kind of useless. Like, I remember him just telling me, like, your job is dumb and pointless. Like, I don't even know why you're here, which is crazy because at the time, it was peak Dr. Miami. I was like, bro, if you're not happy now, like, I don't know what to tell you, brother. So he's like, we need to make money on the individual videos. And I'm like, I'm just trying to say anything to get them off my back because I'm so exhausted at this time. So I'm like, well, there's a creativity beta program, which is if you make a video over 1 minute, you get paid a lot per view. So I'm like, yeah, maybe we could try that. And Rosie's like, that's perfect. Let's do scrub in with me's. And like, get ready with me to scrub in. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Whatever you say, I'm going to do. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm just meeting the minimum requirement. I'm still doing my regular job perfectly. But like, this whole making you more money per video, I actually could not give less than a fuck. So we do it. It pops off. He gets like $800.
It's crazy. Hold on. It's crazy that they were doing that already. That they were just doing it under a minute. Because I thought this whole time they were filming videos over a minute. Because yeah, she's right. If they're over a minute, we get paid on TikTok. What the hell? I thought that's what they were doing. Bro, they probably must have made a shitload of money after this.
So I'm like, yeah, maybe we could try that. And Rosie's like, that's perfect. Let's do scrub in with me's. And like, get ready with me to scrub in. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Whatever you say, I'm going to do. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm just meeting the minimum requirement. I'm still doing my regular job perfectly. But like, this whole making you more money per video, I actually could not give less than a fuck. So we do it. It pops off. He gets like $800 for one video. And he's like so excited. He's like, okay, I'm going to do this every day for 30 days. And in a month, I make $24,000. And like, boom. But I tell him, if you do this every day, you're going to exhaust it. No one's going to like it. You're not going to get the same views. And that's exactly what happened. So he's like, I'm getting to the part, guys. So simultaneously, I'm using the creativity beta program because I'm looking for a way out. And I'm like, if I could make like an extra $800 a month, I could change my circumstance. Like, I'm in a bad place, but I'm like, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I have this idea to do behind the scenes, like recording his TikTok videos, like hella meta. And it was perfect because it didn't take any extra time out of the day from him. It didn't require a lot for me to edit it. And I would edit it to be 1 minute and 1 second. And I would only post it once a month so I can make like $800 or something similar to that. And I felt like I had hit the gold mine. It had only happened once before he noticed it. And his shit was flopping. Wow. And he was like, hey, I saw that video you posted. It was so funny. And I'm like, thank you. Ha ha ha. He's like, let's post those videos on my account instead. So I tell him no, but like for one.
I would be so pissed, dude.
One full week, he would come to work and like fight me on it, then concede, then come the next day, fight me on it, concede, fight me on it, concede. And I explained to him, I'm like, this one video, you would wipe your ass with the money it makes. You want to put it until it doesn't even like amount to anything. And I just want to post it once a month so that I don't have to ask you for a raise again and you don't have to turn me down again. Like, I'm just like, I felt so demoralized in that moment because I have felt like I was going through so much shit and I had taken so much rejection in terms of like trying to better my fucking.
This is literally her.
Too fucking nice.
Circumstance. And it's like such a slap in the face. I would go to work and I would be like miserable and he'd be like, well, why don't you just do this? And I'm like, I don't have the money, the circumstance to do that. Like, it's so easy for you to say that. And then finally I find something that's like, boom, I'm not inconveniencing anyone. It's not taking away from my job. It's not doing anything. And he just wants to take it from me because he can. And the worst part is like, I'll be like, Rosie, he's going to wipe his ass with that money. Like, I don't get it. And she's like, it's not about the money for him. He finds it really.
Why did you let him though, bro? I wouldn't have let him, bro. Fuck him. La neta, wey, la neta. Bro, that's your idea. That's your video.
Funny. And I'm like, that's so bad because it is about the money for me and I need it. So the fact that he is like insisted on taking it from me when it's just shits and giggles to him, it like literally made me so like, whoa, you really don't give a fuck about me as a human being. And at one point, Rosie tells me, well, you know what? He is entitled to those videos. And I'm like, no, he's not. What? I'm in all of your videos. And she's like, well, he's at least entitled to half. And I'm like, how's he entitled to half? And she's like, because he's in your videos. And I'm like, how much money have you guys made from the videos I'm in that I never got a part of? And she's like, that's a part of your employment. And I was like, well, part of my employment contract, part of the reason you hired me is because I have my own following. And it was an understanding that he would be in my content and I would be in his content. But he's never been in my content because I don't post because I'm so obsessed with your account and everyone else's account that like, we've never even crossed that bridge. So she's like, you know what? You're right. But like, there's no like winning with him. I'm going to try to talk to him, whatever. So because again, like, I don't even know what I was thinking, but I was like, I tell him like, I get it. Like, you think it's funny? Like, I'm going to make 2 behind the scenes. I'm going to post one for me this weekend and one on your account this weekend. And that's the plan. That weekend, it's Sunday. It's the only day a week that I don't like talk to anyone that I work with. Like, I just post the videos and I go about my business. And he texts me and he's like, are you going to post a TikTok? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, the Queen Charlotte one? And I'm like, no, the Queen Charlotte one is for my account, the OR one is for your account. Like, we talked about this. And he's like, I want both. And I was just like, why are you doing this? Like, I literally said to him, I'm like, no, like, why are you being so greedy? And he's like, stop being a baby and just do what your boss says. And for me, it was just like, this is you. Like, this is you as a person. Like, no matter how many times someone explains something to you, no matter how many boundaries they try to fucking put, you don't care. The only thing you care about is what's right in your mind. And what's right in your mind is shits and giggles and popularity and being funny and making money and all these things. But like, when there's a real person in front of you who is like helping you be successful day in, day out, and they're asking you for like the bare minimum, which is to just let them have something that they're entitled to and doesn't take away from you, you refuse to let them have it. But so you understand the timeline. That happened in October. My arm lipo happened in October. The trip to Louisiana happened in November. The AirPod Maxes happened in November. It was like my family stuff began in September. So like it was the end of the year that was just so bad for me. But like each thing was just like one after the other, after the other, after the other. And I was just like, this is so bad. I have to go dark. Like I was just like, I just need to put my head down and just continue because I can't until March comes around. And then it comes the day that I finally fucking quit. That's going to be the last part, which is next.
Okay, dude. Yeah, that is... I'm glad she quit, man. It took her a while, though. It took her a while. But, hey, at least she did it. At least she did it.
Okay, last from Miami. This is politics. Now, you guys know I'm the woker. I've been the woker since I started this account. I was posting in 2020. No followers, no audience. If I believe some shit, I'm gonna say it. And is this the first boss I've had that couldn't be more diametrically opposed to me politically? No. But it is the first circumstance where my image is tied to another person. And if you don't want to pay me, that's okay. And if you want to treat me like shit, that's fine too. But you will not make me die on a hill that I don't want to die on. And you will also not make tens of thousands of people believe that I think what you think. That will never happen. So March 2023, I come into the office and my phone is blowing up. And people are commenting because they're saying me from Dr. Miami's account, I'm blocking a bunch of accounts and comments of people saying hashtag save Dr. Sarah, who was a doctor stuck in a hospital that was getting endlessly bombed in Gaza. I actually would never delete or block those comments. I thought it was genius that Operation Olive Branch had used like super viral accounts to spread awareness and engagement through the comments. I thought it was genius. Like I couldn't have thought of that strategy myself. I would have never blocked or deleted those comments, but I get to work and this man has done it all while I'm asleep. I'm like, hell no, I'm fuming. Rosie's like, chill. I'm fuming. I'm like, Rosie, this is actually crazy. This is like actually insane. And she's like, let's record the podcast. And then we're just gonna record the podcast and then you can go home because we know you're mad. You can never leave without a little day's work. So we go to the podcast.
And she still did the fucking podcast.
But I'm obviously not fucking listening to the podcast, guys. Like they're telling a story about some crime in plastic and I'm scrolling on my phone. And this guy has the audacity to be like, like, what are you looking at on your phone? And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Where am I looking at my phone? I'm looking at the fucking... So I'm going back and forth with this guy. I'm screaming like, I'm literally like, bro, I already came in, like, I'm done. But then when he...
Dude, I wish she would have recorded that. Imagine her and Dr. Miami going back and forth about the politics of what's happening in Gaza. Jeez, that would be good. Missed opportunity, bro.
Yeah, that's to be like, what are you looking at? Again, he doesn't think anything is serious. So I get up and I'm like, I'm done. And I go to the elevator to leave and Rosie's like, send Rizzle. And I'm like, I don't know, Rosie. The elevator closes and I leave. But meanwhile, they had a furniture collab that was scheduled to be recorded the next week. Like all the furniture advised and the furniture people were coming to the office to record the brand deal, their contractually obligated brand deal. And of course, whose ideas did they need? Me. So after I left the office, I did not speak to the Dr. Miami people for like a week. And the furniture people reached out to me and they're like, hey, we're thinking about this idea and this idea. And I'm like, oh, I actually quit. You should text Rosie. And then Rosie's like, wait, just found out from the furniture people that you quit. And I'm like, was no one else in the room with me? Like, I literally detonated and then never spoke to you again. And you think that I'm coming back to work? But you know what? Valid. I guess I didn't expressly say I quit. So I'm talking to my mom and she's like, so you need to be a professional. Like, you already didn't quit with any notice. Like, you let them hanging. Like, just go do the brand deal thing. Like, not even for his sake, but like the furniture people. Like, they're going to catch a straight for no reason.
Please tell me you did not do it. Please tell me you did not do it.
So I'm like, and I show up to record the brand deal for them.
Oh my
Guys,
God.
I have dumb bitch written on my forehead.
Yes,
so
you do.
I do the couple hours of film.
Yes, you do.
What the fuck?
I'm about to leave and then something happens, but like, doesn't matter. Rosie is like, we would love to speak to you. This part blows my fucking mind. And I obviously, like at this point, everyone understands that I'm quitting. So she takes me into Dr. Miami's office. We're sitting on these little chairs. And she says, doctor, I don't know if you know, but Santina's quit. And this guy turns around and says, what? Why? And I, again, detonate. I didn't know you could detonate twice. I start going crazy. I'm screaming. I'm crying. I'm like, I can't stand you. And he's like, okay, so do you want to make, like literally I'm going crazy. And he's like, what did he say? He was like, so what, do you want to do like a little TikTok saying goodbye? And I'm like, What? No, like I hate you. Like I'm literally like I don't hate anyone, but like I'm literally going crazy.
Bro, how to read a room?
How to read the room effectively.
Oh shit.
And he's like, you're just gonna leave the audience hanging? And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Bro, like, I was like, this is you, bro. Nothing phases you. Like, nothing is right or wrong. All you care about is the little clout that you can get here and then the next. A little giggle that someone might fucking give you. You're a jester. You're a jester. Anyway, so I come down and I'm just like, I need to get out of this conversation. So they're like, Rosie's like apologizing, of course. And I think his son is in the room. And she's like, well, maybe you could, okay, another thing. She's like, maybe you could teach his son, like, how to post so he could take over. And I'm like, there's nobody. It's not clicking to anybody. And because I always had this is March, by the way. I always had hella backlog of videos to post because the best at my job. They post videos that I had made for like 1 full week after I quit. Like they're posting. And then they wait to announce that I quit on April 1st. It is the perfect ending. The perfect ending for a fucking job.
April Fools.
You announce that I quit on April 1st when all we do is joke on the internet. Obviously, the entire internet thinks it's a joke, but that is a strategic decision. And they post that before I could say anything, and the caption is like, pop off, queen, or whatever the fuck it is, because they want to let people know or make people think that I left in a positive manner. Either that's the image they want to put out there, or that's genuinely how he felt, which either one could be fucking true, I'm not sure. But that's why I quit, and that's how I quit. And I made the decision to not say anything, not just for myself and my peace, because at the time I was like, yo, I'm out of a job, need to find another job. You can't talk shit about one employer and expect to get another one. That was number one. I didn't say anything because I know how the internet is. Even now, my videos, I'm seeing other people summarize it like a game of telephone, like not even what I said. So I knew that aspect. I was already in a bad place, made worse. And then number three, I do genuinely feel like there were people who worked there, his family members, that I did not want them to catch any strays. Like even like obviously Rosie was a part of this story, but I do genuinely feel like she was my friend, like to this day. And I think that her trying to rectify all the situations was out of care for me. Like I know you guys are gonna think like, bitch, you're like manipulated, but it's not true. Like she wouldn't rectify the situation if it was like somebody else. And I think she made the effort because she cared about me. But at the end of the day, she is a part of the family business, and it's a family business, and the family business is always gonna come first, which is something like I can understand, but it just in hindsight, it's like, damn. Regardless of the situation, me deciding not to say anything led to so much speculation. And the part that really upset me the most is that every time there was some sort of conversation between why I left or this or that, the next, it always came down to me versus another woman. It was always like, who cares if Santina left, the new girl's better, or I don't like the new girl, Santina was better. And to me, that was the part that I was like, bro, this is worst case scenario. Because the fact that no one could see the common denominator between all of us is one man is the fucking issue. And to this day, people are like, even about the people who worked before me, oh, they were the OGs, she's not. I don't need to be pitted against another woman. Everyone is doing their best in every capacity, and we are working in the same exact position for the same exact person. So if a conversation is to be had, it's about the common denominator, not us, and definitely not us against each other. And that's my fucking piece. And I said it. And if you're still here, crazy as hell, morning shift, or this is afternoon shift, the comments were actually fucking killing me, guys. Even though I was having a panic attack, I still kind of am. The comments, the morning, afternoon, night shift comments were sending me. But yeah, that is why I left Dr. Miami. Let's let it die now. Thank you, everyone. Also, I'm going back to my regular schedule programming. Like, we are decorating this apartment. So if you don't want to see me for me, please leave, please leave. And if you do, love you, girl. Okay.
Facts, dude. She finally quit, man. People love to put women against another. Yeah. Yep. That's what we were just talking about on Vibing yesterday. But all right, that was mostly it. I do want to see do you guys know Dr. Miami's page? Is it just Dr. Miami? Hold on. Oh no, what the fuck? Why did it put Dr. Mix-a-Lot? Oh shit. Alright, so they've been trolling, you said?
I'm that bitch cause I motherfucking see you so.
Okay.
It's okay, wake him up. It's fine.
Michael, I have to show you something.
Reasons why I left Dr. Miami, guys.
On it.
Okay. Grown ass man, by the way.
El pollo is loco.